जलियांवाला बाग की घटना से व्यथित होकर मैदान में उतर उठे। उन्होंने अंग्रेजों के विरुद्ध आवाज उठाई। उन्होंने उस बड़े पद से लात मार करके इसे छोड़ दिया। केरल के थे, घटना पंजाब में घटी थी। उन्होंने जलियांवाला बाग हत्याकांड केस लड़ने का खुद ने फैसला किया।
I pray that he and the British government watch the movie and they realize what has gone wrong and they acknowledge it, and that's all.
They've been so busy promoting their own family, they lose sight of the larger reality and what is really important insofar as the country's growth is concerned.
I certainly have no shortage of respect for this amazing individual.
Kesari Chapter 2 documents an untold story of Jallianwala Bagh massacre, as the hoarding already points out. But it's also a movie which has by now become mired in a lot of political controversy. It tells the story of that aced lawyer, a barrister, Shankaran Nair, who actually comes from Kerala. But you know why? Before I talk about the politics about it, let's quickly talk about what the movie is essentially all about. It actually talks about the Jallianwala Bagh massacre and how General Dyer faced multiple cases, and it began with barrister Shankaran Nair actually defending on behalf of the Britishers, but slowly as he came to know the real story, he decided to take on the courts, the crown, and he was also unapologetic. It also talks about how he fought against the Britishers and won that particular case. Well, why is it now mired in politics? That is because how many of us would have even heard about Shankaran Nair? He comes from Palakkad area of Kerala, and he was someone who was very much entrenched into the British government and crown, but he's also as someone being seen who took on the mighty British Empire. But the criticism which is coming in from the BJP and from the government is that why is it that for over 50 years, when the Congress party was in power at the centre, and they were the ones who came to power for the first time after independence, they never even bothered to document the contribution of Shankaran Nair. It's going to play out on two multiple platforms. One, of course, is if you talk about Kerala itself, which is going to go to polls in 2026. It's a prestige battle for the Congress because Rahul Gandhi earlier and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra now are an MP from there. And the Congress is very hopeful of coming back to power. We saw the dilemma as far as the Waqf Board bill was concerned, the Christians and the Muslim factor. Now, this is the point which the BJP is making, that one, this party is obsessed with the Nehru-Gandhi dynasty. They overlooked the contribution of Shankaran Nair. And second, they've only used Kerala as a bouncing board for their politics. Since the Gandhi siblings knew they may not win from UP, they decided to contest for Kerala, and they have scant regard for the people here, which is epitomized in their neglect of Shankaran Nair. But in a larger national narrative, if we talk about, the Prime Minister also made the reference to this in Hisar and on multiple platforms, that, you know, apart from forgetting and forgiving what happened at the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, Shankaran Nair is someone whose contribution was overlooked by the Congress because they cannot look beyond the Nehru-Gandhi dynasty. That's all that matters to them, and therefore anyone who does not belong to the family, whether it was Sardar Patel, Veer Savarkar, and now Shankaran Nair, none of them have been given that amount of importance. So this is not just a movie, it's a movie which of course has a political color. It already is soaked in Indian political history, but apart from that, it's a movie which also has taken a political overtones, and Kesari 2 essentially captures that narrative pushed by the BJP and by the Prime Minister that a Congress cannot look beyond the first family.